look out the observation deck of Halifax, this is what you see. Something that looks kind of like that. Give you a little bit more of a visual cue of what you're dealing with. So it's a pretty small space station, but big enough to, let's say, house a pretty good sized community if need be. So,
do we know the name of the space station?
No, you don't.
We got a little bit of the call sign,
right?
But it was all scrambled, though, wasn't it?
Mm-hmm.
As you are observing the space station, so what you see is that power does appear to be working. You can tell because the beacons up top are blinking and lighting and stuff like that. There is no visible damage to the exterior. There appears to be no ships present, but there is a docking station with a docking port that is available. Each of the raised sides or the raised areas that have like the glass out front, which would kind of be like an observation deck, one of those has a docking port. That kind of gives you an idea of how big it is. And a couple of you should have gotten a message from me in Roll20. If you did, can you let me know you got it?
Can I read it? I can't read it yet. I got it.
No, I just sent a message in Roll20.
I believe I got mine.
So you all right now are at the at the bridge of Halifax. So take it away.
So, is there any constant broadcast coming from this station? Are we picking up anything on the computer?
So the only thing that you're getting is the distress call. That's it. It just repeats.
And it's garbled in the same location every time as it's repeating? Okay.
It must have been done like during the recording.
Okay.
Ward, are you still in the... Are you still talking to Mother? You're on the map. Okay.
No.
I just wondered. I'm going to go in.
I'm going to keep my eyes on any of the windows to see if I can see any kind of movement or light or just anything to...
Have the messages changed at all, or is it just a constant message, the same repeating message?
Yeah, it's the same message over and over.
Okay.
Does docking at the space station look like it would be pretty simple? Does it have any difficulties that we're not aware of? That we're aware of, that we can see?
Judging by your experience, it's going to be just a little bit tougher than Planetfall, but you'll be able to manage it. board, yeah, you don't. Nothing is standing out to you.
Before we connect to the base, you think we should lay out what items we're bringing with us so we have them ready? In terms of weapons and or health kits or whatever you need. Because we're kind of going in blind, aren't we?
Yeah, I mean, it's not a bad idea.
Okay.
All right, I'm coming back out. So I think we should all get prepared to dock and get onto the space station and check it out. We've received a distress signal, which we are definitely legally obligated to investigate. So, I thought when I was coming out, I heard Titanic saying something about equipment. Is that right?
I was just saying we should lay out what we're going to bring with us beforehand.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Also, do we know, can we breathe? Is the breathing systems working, or the oxygen systems, working? This is something that we would know.
Andromeda speaks up. She says, that's something we wouldn't know until we got on board.
Okay.
Yeah, I think we should suit up just for safety purposes. Didn't we just get some new suits?
We got like 2 of them, didn't we?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, maybe the 2 who go in front should wear those, and then we can wear the compression suits.
And how many are we all going in, or should we leave some people out?
Yeah, we're all obligated to go out. We all have to go.
Okay.
Yep, we have 2 ape suits, and then the rest of us can wear the compression suits.
Okay.
All right. So are we picking straws to see who goes first, or?
I'll go. I mean, as captain, I'll definitely be one of the ones going first.
All right.
Does Andromeda have a gun?
She speaks up and says,
Hey, Andromeda, you have a gun?
I'm not so good with guns, but these things right here, yeah, these are my
Yeah,
guns.
she's very strong.
She has a fist of fury, doesn't she?
I feel very comfortable being out with you if you want me, Captain. I feel pretty confident with my skills.
Okay, so you want to go up front with me?
Yeah, I can go up front with you.
Okay.
Oh.
How much do those ape suits weigh? We have to
Yeah, because I'm also
Yeah,
bringing
one
some.
here.
I'm bringing some of my tools with me, Captain. That's the only thing I'm trying to figure out.
armor rating. Okay.
Well, the compression suits weigh 1, so.
Yeah, I don't see.
And remember, you can carry double your strength.
Yeah.
Anything after that, then you become encumbered.
I'm definitely bringing my motion tracker.
Okay, I feel I'm good. I'll be fine with wherever I need to wear.
Yeah. Okay. Titanic, you okay? I know this is new for you.
Yeah, I'm just looking to see what I need. I'm gonna bring my rifle and my binoculars.
And your what? Binoculars?
Yes, binoculars. Yeah.
Captain, I'm gonna bring my uplink terminal, so that gives me control of the ship if need be, and I'm also gonna bring my diagnostic device.
Okay. Perfect. Seems like we have a. What about you, Ward?
I just need to swing by my quarters and drop something off, and then I can suit up.
Okay. Perfect.
Yeah, and I'm gonna run to my locker. Obviously, I need to go get the stuff from my locker. I have it all in my.
I'm gonna go do the same thing.
So why don't we meet at our exit point in like 10 minutes?
Sounds good.
Oh, wait a minute. We have to dock. We have to dock the ship.
Well, yeah, we'll come.
I want to get our
Let's
stuff.
get our
before
stuff
we dock.
first. Yeah, I guess.
You don't
Yeah.
know what's gonna come through that dock.
Yeah.
Exactly.
All right, and we'll meet all back on the bridge because I'll help you.
And I'm also bringing my weapons, obviously, Captain.
Right. Yeah, everyone bring your weapons.
Pretty sure.
Andromeda, is Dog staying put or coming with?
You know what? I've been thinking about that, and I don't think Dog's ready.
Okay.
Plus, if it can't breathe, we don't have a breathing device for the dog, do we?
No.
The dog was living in a pretty hostile environment to start with.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
That's fine. Yeah, it's still a puppy, so.
Yeah, I haven't really got into. Yeah, I just don't
training. Okay. All right, just make sure. I guess he has whatever he needs while we're gone.
Mm-hmm.
Food, water, all that stuff.
Titanic. Where are you?
I'm in my room right now.
Okay.
Grabbing my stuff.
Crap, did that come up on screen? Get a start event notification.
I didn't see anything on mine.
Weird. Anyway, Titanic, I want to pull you aside for just a minute, all right? We'll be pretty quick. We'll be right back.
So I'm suited up, and we're supposed to meet back at the bridge, right? We're supposed to meet at the dock.
The bridge, I think. Make sure.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Never mind.
One thing I don't see on this, when we put on a suit and it changes the armor rating and everything, do we just change it on our sheet, or is there a we just manually change it on our sheet?
There is a. That's a good question. I would assume you change it in armor, in the armor slot.
Am I missing the armor slot?
It's right above weapons.
I just noticed on our character sheet, there's a tab that says ship.
There is a tab that says ship. Oh my god!
I've never noticed that before.
That's cool. Yeah, that's where we should have been. Oh, that's.
Yeah.
Oh, we don't even know the rating of our ship and stuff. And if it takes damage, that's cool.
I didn't know that was there either.
Sorry.
We're all learning.
Squirrel.
So understatement.
Wow, good eye there.
So I guess we just manually update our armor and air supply and that kind of stuff.
Yes. Yep.
Okay. Just had to remember to switch it back to
So we're
default.
You and I are Captain are wearing the ape suits. So that's a 3.
Yeah, 3 rating, and then your air supply is 4.
Okay.
We roll for consumables at the end of every turn, right?
If we have
If we need it. If we need it.
Right.
God willing, we do.
Yeah.
Okay, now this says we have an agility -1 for on the compression suits. So I guess we change. Also change it
when you roll.
Okay, just when you roll. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I was like, I don't know that we're supposed to change our core values there. All right.
Hey.
Sure.
Hey. Captain, I am getting ready to bring us to dock onto the ship, the space station.
Do you want assistance?
Yes, I do.
All right. I will help out.
What you're going to have to do, Cable, to successfully dock is roll 3 3 successful planetfall checks in a row.
Wow.
Okay.
In a row.
No.
Andromeda, can you help him out too?
I think you only have one to help.
No.
Well,
each. I think.
I could have swore she helped before.
Oh, did she?
Yeah, each person that helped.
Oh, great. Well, then we got a shot. Okay. All right. Okay, Captain.
Wait.
I'm gonna. Oh.
Is the Andromeda helping? Can you help Andromeda?
Let me remember if I think I can.
Pretty sure she can.
I do
not pilot.
You don't?
Nope.
Okay,
Nope.
never mind.
All right. Well,
can somebody else help without
She's
helping and use that to kind of try to train in it?
You have to take time away to do the training, kind of like what Titanic did.
All right. Still not understanding all
but
that.
technically, ain't I an expert? Couldn't I train him officially?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay. So I could maybe one day when we're flying around, I'll teach you how.
Let's focus on this first.
Okay. So this is not the time to practice.
Right.
Okay, Captain, I'm gonna bring this in.
Sounds good. Let's do it. Keep your eyes peeled.
These rolls still amaze me.
Here we go again. Captain, you're getting closer.
Yep, you're doing good. Keep her steady.
Your ship is slowly easing into the docking.
So now don't I get a action point for the extra success?
I think you do.
I believe you do, yeah.
And then how can I use that? Can I use that on this next roll?
Yes.
Because how we're using that.
There we go.
Good job.
We're just right in. Does that mean I still have an extra action point then? Because I got a second one on the next roll?
Yeah. Yep.
I'm writing that down. That could come in handy.
So yeah, you feel a slight bump in the ship. Very, very gentle. Cable did like an awesome job. So it was a very good landing, and you are able to verify that you have a secure lock onto the docking port.
Don't open any doors yet.
Say, do we hear anything? Can we hear anything from where we are? Or no, probably not.
No.
Yeah.
And as I get a step away from the bridge, I look at Ward and I say, just remember that if I get shot, you need me to do that stuff.
Oh, I've got, and I just kind of pat various places on me. I was like, I got stuff to take care of that. we should be okay. Hopefully.
Yeah. And say we're all vital parts of the team here.
Yeah, when you say that, Andromeda pulls out her maintenance jack and starts tapping it. This is my tool and this is my weapon. And then she puts it back.
Can we take a quick break, real quick? Just want to check on him.
Yeah, sure.
He's still going off.
I'm sorry, Joe. I turned the heat up and now it's really warm, isn't it?
I thought it felt warm.
Yeah, I'm freezing over here. I need a little heater. Ruthie's probably hot too. Just let them get 24/7 in the winter.
Yeah, I've still got the Pixel 3A. You said he went to the 6 because the last updates will come out on end of May of 2022.
Yeah.
Well,
Only then will we get another phone.
I love the 3. I thought the 3 was awesome. It's like the best phone I've ever had, and I'm already digging the 6 too. So I haven't had too much time to play with it, but shit loads quick.
Yeah, Joe said even after all these years, his 3 like still felt like it ran the same speed and everything. Mine not so much.
Every other phone I had felt like they slowed down over time.
Well, yeah. If you did you just come from the 3 to the 6?
Mm-hmm.
Yep. It says it stopped receiving updates on October 31st.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
You said you have the 3A?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, that came out about 6 months after the 3 did. So
yeah.
Excuse me.
Maybe we'll have a 6A by the time.
I'm sure they will.
I guess the Pro is bigger, right? Because when I was looking at cases, they were like, this is for the 6, not the 6 Pro. They all had like X's on them.
So they're not calling it the XL anymore, they're calling it a Pro?
Yeah. More storage, better camera.
I just want a good Android tablet that's got 400 PPI on it. Nobody.
Yeah. I know a decent tablet is hard to come by unless you spend a fortune.
Well, this thing, that the Galaxy Tab Pro 8.4, it's like 6 years old now, still has a better screen than any tablet I've ever seen.
Yeah.
So I want just use that screen with new processor in it. That's all I want.
Right.
But no. It's like you can be happy with your 140 PPI. But no thanks. I don't feel like using a checkerboard.
Too bad you can't build a tablet.
I know.
I'm surprised they haven't.
They were talking about doing that with a phone, where everything was modular. You buy that off, and the manufacturer's like, nope. Said we will lose way too much money if we do this.
Yeah.
So who made the Pixel 6? Is that did HTC make that as well?
I don't know.
Good question. You know what? I have not been very impressed with the kids' Amazon Kindle. I don't like it. You don't like it either, Joe, do you? I think it's awful to use. It
is.
I can see why John sent the kids back and got them the Asus ones, right? Because it's a piece of crap. I mean, it can't load much. It's gets
you
stuck.
have to really pay attention to the specs when you're buying a color Kindle nowadays.
And the permissions are weird on it too. I don't know. I'm not. I'm like, ugh.
Well, locked to ecosystem lock-in, Yeah. And you're locked into Amazon. You're not necessarily locked into. I don't like that you can't change the launcher, but anyway.
He's just gonna cry it out for tonight. That's what you can do.
Yeah,
he'll be fine.
I tried bottling. Oh yeah, he's fine. I just tried give him bottle. Like, okay, he didn't drink a lot before he went up, but he's just cranky.
Yep.
Yeah.
Tire him out.
Yep. Let's get to this.
All right.
Yeah. Let's head down to the dock. Where is the
Eva?
Eva? Okay. Walk in. And wow, y'all got there fast.
It jogged.
In that ape suit. Or you're more probably just.
See you later, dog. Be good. Andromeda saying bye to the dog.
Oh, I thought she was saying bye to us. You're coming with us, right, Andromeda?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so we're ready to go when you are, Captain.
Sounds good. Let's keep your eyes out. Let's talk the whole time we're down there. We can talk through the suits, right? We have like communication. Okay. Everyone's just stay on the same channel. Let's just, keep in contact the whole time we're there. Just try not to split up. If you see something, say something.
I will hold my
really careful.
Big weapon up and say, hey, just so y'all, in case y'all didn't know, this is a flamethrower. So.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Let us know before you.
Yeah.
Something.
Especially we're in front of him.
All right.
All right. I'm going to open the docking port. So she hits the button, and
I'm standing there looking, holding a flamethrower.
Yeah, I've got my hand on my pistol.
My handgun's already drawn.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you all are familiar, but just in case you're not, the docking port has two. Your ship opens, and then the docking port of the station opens. It's basically two seals. So.
Is there a room in between?
No.
No. Okay. So there's no pressurization or anything?
No, it's pretty. I mean, you can tell. Yeah, you're good. Mm-hmm. So, just so that's trying to. There we go. Yeah, they'll open up simultaneously, but there's two of them. So,
do we get a rush of air or anything? Anything more than normal pressurization adaptation?
No, everything seems to be in working order. So the docking port doors open, and you are greeted with a dark room. You all know that lights tend to be automatic. When no movement is detected for a set amount of time, the lights shut off by themselves. When movement is detected, the lights turn on. You all figure and hope that this must be the case here. Who wants to walk in and give the lights a try?
I will do it, Captain.
Thank you. Everyone, keep your eyes peeled.
Okay. So, Cable, you're going in?
You're going in.
I imagine Titanic huddled in the corner.
My legs tapping, watching them walk forward.
So he got training in his weapons now.
Yeah.
Does everybody see a blank screen?
Yeah.
Oh, I do.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna make sure I'm doing this right. Can you all see that? Did something feel?
Yep, I see it. It's a bomb, guys.
Oh,
way at the bottom. Okay.
Yep.
Oh, yeah, okay.
He's doing that fog of war stuff.
Yeah. Huh. So this is the docking port right there. And as you walk in, kind of make your way through.
This is an aerial view, right?
Yeah, top down.
Yeah. Okay.
The lights do in fact come on, and this is what you see. You are in a docking lobby. The docking lobby looks like a typical docking lobby. The color of the walls are light green and feature a collection of textured patterns that repeat throughout. The floor and walls are clean. There are no apparent signs of distress, aside from a couple of spacesuits sitting there that looks like it fell over.
Look empty.
You see a solid door in front of you.
I think it's safe to follow, Captain.
All right, sounds good.
All right.
Is there a terminal in here? Looks like there's a terminal in here.
No.
The symbols? The symbols on the floors.
Yes, and that's actually wrong.
Oh, okay. So we can't access anything here.
ignore those two icons on top.
Okay.
Sorry, what's the icon on the bottom mean?
Suits,
okay.
Suit storage,
Yeah.
I think. Yeah.
Do we hear any noise while we're in here? Like egg sounds, anything?
I mean, you hear what sounds like air cycling.
All right, I'm gonna walk over and take a look at the suit that fell.
Mm-hmm.
See if I can see why it fell.
I think there's
Stretch.
two that fell, right? There's one to the right and there's one.
I think it's just perspective.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, when you go and look at the suit, it looks like somebody just lazily put it up there and it fell. They didn't care to pick it back up.
I shake my head and hang it back up.
Is there any damage to the suit?
No. Nope.
Okay.
It looks like that on the picture, but don't pay any mind to that.
Other than that suit, is the room, is it all messed up, or does it just look like everything's where it should be?
Nah, looks like any. Well, yeah, you wouldn't know too much, but the rest of the crew gets a good sense that this looks normal. Nothing out of the ordinary. So cables in there. Well, I guess you all went in since.
Yeah, we don't.
All right, what kind of suits are these? Are these
Look like spacewalk suit kind of things, right?
Yeah.
Because they have the shiny visor on them.
Yeah,
Are they the MK50s?
Yeah, they look like low-grade suits, so I would say, yeah, even if that.
So how's this door locked in front of us?
It's closed.
So like it's openable. Like I assume we would be able to just press a button and open.
That's what you're assuming.
Oh yeah. There's nothing.
Can I would like to use my motion sensor. That can go through walls, right? Through doors. I think it goes through 4 zones or something.
Mm-hmm.
I just want to check before because we can't see through the door window. Is there a window?
No, there's not.
Okay. Yes, I would like to try my motion scanning, my M314 motion tracker.
Okay.
I'm gonna lean over her shoulder while she's doing it. Just kind of walk back and forth. How does this thing work? Does it detect motion?
So it says I do a power supply.
I imagine it's going crazy when I do that.
Roll after every use, but I'm assuming it's automatic when I use it to detect.
Well,
or do I have to roll?
It's a roll. It's just like when you did your air. So if your power supply is 4, you roll 4 die, and then you lose.
Right, but that has no bearing on whether I find something with the motion tracker.
No.
Okay. So do I do that now, or you want to tell me if I find anything first?
You don't find anything.
Nothing. Okay.
No.
All right. So now I do a hold on, power supply of 5 when charged. Do I click power and just
Hey, Captain.
Yes, cable?
Maybe we should knock on the door, then do the motion sensor. See if anything moves after we knock on the door.
That's
knows we're even here, or if there's something in there, maybe it'll move when we knock.
What if it's something hostile? It'll know.
Well, we're all going to assume. My assumption would be
when we open the door anyway.
Well, my assumption is that we're all going to open this door at some point.
Yeah, true.
So I say we knock on the door, then run the motion sensor.
Okay, sounds good.
I'm going to go over and make a very loud banging sound on the door, kind of like knocking.
Okay.
And I'll walk over beside him and take my knife hilt out and start hitting it with the metal. So it's much louder, and then I look at him. Because a fist on metal is not going to make a lot of noise, I don't think.
Hey, this ape suit should make some noise.
That's true. Yeah,
it's a big suit. I'm in.
Well, if it's got metal on the.
I have no clue. I have no clue what we look like.
I don't either.
I guess we hear nothing.
No, you don't hear anything.
All right, so we move forward.
Our suits only tap into each other. Our suits aren't tapped into. Our suits don't receive the distress signal, correct?
No.
Okay. So it's like a closed circuit. Okay.
Yeah. You guys don't see any text, do you?
No.
Yeah.
Okay. I put notes on the map, and I don't want you guys to be able to see them. I'm making sure I do all this right. It's my first time doing all this kind of stuff. So.
All right, Captain, you want? I'll lead the way.
Let's go.
I am open the door. Ooh, fancy. And I'm gonna step in. See if the lights turn on.
I'm like, what are you doing?
You guys see the lights turn on, yeah. Gotta keep testing this theory.
Just kind of sticking my head through, just watching.
When you step through, the lights do turn on, and that's what you see.
Oh, great.
When the lights flicker on, you see a straight hallway that leads to another solid door. The walls and the floor look identical to the room you are standing in. This is the room that was supposed to have the two icons in. So you do see a terminal and you do see an intercom.
I'm going to check the terminal to see if there's any information on there that we could use.
And I'm gonna listen on the intercom. Well, I don't know if the intercom's got a listen mode, maybe on broadcast only. I don't know.
The intercom is broken beyond repair.
Like, does it look smashed?
Yeah, does it look smashed? Or yeah, what's
like
it's just not working.
I don't hear anything.
So it looks completely intact.
We just can't hear anything from it.
It just seems like it's broken. Yeah. The terminal is broken as well.
Oh, never mind.
Let me rephrase that a little bit. So Andromeda, being the mechanic she is, looks at the intercom and determines it cannot be repaired. Then she looks at the terminal and she determines it can be repaired.
But will it require our parts?
No.
Andromeda, can you repair it?
I can attempt to.
How long would that take, do you think?
A couple minutes.
Okay, yeah, let's do that.
Is that what Comtech is?
So this is going to be a... Yeah, we'll make this a Comtech.
All right. I can help a little bit with that.
I can also help with that.
Okay. All right, so she is going to roll. Hopefully you guys can see it. Ooh,
yeah.
She fails. So she's gonna
want to push it and get help. Can I help?
Shoot, I believe androids cannot push.
Okay. Oh, because they can't get stressed.
Right.
And nobody else gets to try then, I guess, right? Since that's how that works.
Yep.
All right, so I guess we should start moving forward.
Yep.
Can I knock on the door ahead of us?
Yes.
I'm gonna bang on the door really loudly.
There's dogs in there.
Oh God, there's dogs everywhere. Baby's crying.
This is a ghost
Dogs running all over
space
the place.
station.
You knock on the door and you don't hear anything.
Okay, Captain. I'm gonna open the door.
All right, there's
Sounds
dogs
good.
though.
Keep moving.
I open the door.
All right. So, when you open this door, I'm so excited about these little animations.
That is kind
That's
of
why I
neat.
was excited about coming here because I got new toys to play with.
I also like this time. Can somebody shine their flashlight inside before I go stepping through? Inside,
We don't
that's
have a
got a little.
flashlight.
I thought somebody did. Yeah.
Before you do that,
Sure.
Yeah.
Helmets
the
have
only
lights
thing
on
about
them.
these animations is they don't exactly work. You can't like reset them. I don't understand why. Anyway, that door should close again, but it's not going to. As you open the door in front of you, well, before you, as you push the button, the door behind you shuts.
Ooh.
Lovely.
Oh, there we go. Okay. You all, except for Titanic, you know this to be a safety measure within the docking station. Once the one door closes, another one can open. So this is normal.
Okay.
So
I guess-
that door shuts. Oh, you know what? I should have your. Sorry,
Say,
guys.
Titanic, did you
Our
do that? Did you
tokens,
close that
right?
door?
Are we putting our
I
tokens in?
jumped as it
You need to
happened.
put your tokens in there.
My theory was if I didn't have a token, it couldn't kill me.
Oh, that's too sad now.
Awesome.
Whoops. Hold on.
It's huge.
I put it on the wrong layer. Yeah, are you guys able to resize them yourself? I don't know because it's supposed to be. I think it's 20 by 20. I think is what I put it at.
No, we can only set the token aura.
I don't know why that is. Let me see. Hold on a second.
Yeah, there's no way to resize it.
So I got to do it. That's okay.
Yeah, that worked.
20.
Helen shrunk down.
Is that too small?
No.
No?
We can zoom in on the map.
Okay. just
Yeah,
give me a
we can
second.
zoom in.
Give me a second, guys. I should have did this earlier. Always miss something. And then
I just feel really
Okay.
small.
all right, Cable. So go ahead and can't see in front of you yet.
You see me creeping, just to a point where I see a light turn on.
A light does turn on.
I'm behind him.
Every
With
time he
the,
says this, I get a little nervous when he says it because it's like, the light does turn on.
Mhm. I know.
And your arm is torn off. Ah!
Yep.
I'm not moving my token. Hey, oh my god.
Oh.
I back up.
That is what you see so far.
I'm not going any farther, Captain.
All right, what are we? This is insane. What are we doing now?
I mean, we've got to see the rest of the room, right?
I'm gonna crawl up to here. Hey, Captain, do you want to go on my left side? So if something comes from. Okay.
Are we looking around the corner?
Yeah, let's both peek our heads around the corner.
Yep, doing that.
Okay.
Words behind us.
Just peeking my head behind.
When you do,
I can hear the sounds now.
good. That's what you see. The floor, obviously, the floor and wall are covered with blood. The blood looks to be, some of it looks to be fairly fresh-ish. On the walls, there are a bunch of words written in blood. Most of the words seem like random words referencing nursery rhymes, such as Eatsy Weetsy Spider and Puff the Magic Dragon. Ghosts and dragons can be seen written in blood a few times. There are several bodies on the floor with their heads missing. Some heads are pinned to the wall with metal rods. Some rods are through the eyes, others are through the mouth, some are through the forehead. Some bodies have what look to be very large bullet wounds that have burn marks around them. Also, you see that some electrical components have been ripped from the wall, and you notice some areas with electrical burns similar to the explosion on Halifax, but much, much smaller.
I'm going to say, guys, this might be airborne. We might want to consider going on internal air in our suits.
What do you think's airborne?
Well, I mean, this is. I've never seen a medicine that somebody takes cause them to go crazy like this. I mean, obviously, this is. Well, I don't know what's going on here.
You guys, that whole Ghost and Dragons thing. Remember that planet we were on with those military guys?
Yeah,
That's had that. Guy said to me. Yeah, that's the guy said to me.
And he was military, right?
Yep.
Do we know if these people are military or scientists or civilians?
They, judging by what they're dressed in, you would say they're either civilian / medical / scientist.
Do you think we should check their ID to see if they have any type of IDs, so when we read our reports, we know at least who they were?
Well, before that, I think we should both guard a door with our guns out and drawn.
Do you all want me to run back and so I can take some blood samples of this? I can run back and get some test tubes real quick.
Did you?
Yeah, that's probably a good idea.
Say that you see that as well.
Okay.
Yeah, I would. I was thinking we should probably take some samples.
Is there any terminals in here? Is that what's on that warning thing screen over there, or is that like just a screen?
That is a terminal.
I think two of us should guard.
I'm sorry, it's an intercom.
I vote we guard these doors, guns drawn, and so we can use the intercom.
Let me. I'll run back to the ship and grab some supplies here.
We don't hear anything. What is this symbol on the right?
That's
intercom.
That's a intercom.
That's an intercom. What is this flashing thing? Can we do anything with that?
No, that's just decorations.
That's decoration.
Is that intercom also broken?
Are you still in the hallway, Titanic?
Yeah, yeah.
I'll mention, hey guys, there's an intercom over
by
here.
the door.
Yeah, Titanic, you should come check the intercom out.
All right.
Andromeda hears Cable, and she runs over to the intercom to check it.
All right, I'm going to run back to the ship for just a minute, guys.
And then I'll go.
Just don't open any new doors.
Stay in communication with us, if you can. How long did the suit?
I think we need to stay in communication with him. I got my gun drawn and I'm pointing it at that doorway.
Yeah, there's nothing back where we came from. I'll be safe going back that direction. So I'm gonna head back to the ship.
Okay.
We'll hit the button.
Can I just go into these rooms? Are these open? There's no door to it.
Yeah, they're just open. Yeah.
Can I investigate?
They look like so this area looks like a kind of like a welcoming center.
Mm.
And you could say that these areas right here would be used for guests that came in to either kind of relax or, if they're waiting for somebody, like little waiting rooms, I guess you could say, things like that.
Okay.
Ward, as you go to the hallway, the door behind, you are in the hallway.
Yep, door behind me shuts. And I can open the next one, and then I'll head on.
That door does not open.
The door does not open?
No.
You see if Andromeda could get it open for you.
Well, I'll come back then.
I think we should see if Andromeda
I'll come back. And guys, that door is not opening.
What do you mean it's not opening?
Well, I pushed the button and it didn't work. So I don't know what's going on with it.
Are the lights working when you walk down?
I mean, everything appeared to be fine.
All right, I don't want to go any further until we can get that door open.
It acted like, did it act like it was locked or just non-responsive?
We can't just sit here. I mean, what are we going to do at the door? Everything's broken. We got to keep moving forward. Does this look like, Ward, anything you've seen as far as like the bullet holes at the?
Well, I've been to some pretty wild parties in my time, but none of them ever ended quite like this.
Yeah. I mean, does this look like? What are they doing? Like, could this be human attack or like scientists? Like,
I'm gonna go over to one of the heads. Does it look like they were ripped or cut from the body?
It looks like they were roughly cut.
Roughly cut. All right, and the spikes that are driven through. What am I looking at there?
They just look like metal rods. Random metal rods.
All right, I'm gonna look at the back of it and put my thumb up on one of them if I can reach it. And is it mushroomed at all? What I'm looking for is I'm looking to see if it was struck or if it was fired out of something.
Oh, I see what you're saying. No, there's no kind of impact like that.
All right, I'm going to say these heads were not removed they were surgically removed with very little precision.
Okay.
But and some of the medicines that not that I've used myself, but I've seen people use could make somebody go crazy to do that. But as far as nailing these heads to the wall, I don't know what could have done that. That's not normal strength.
Well, and we see these electrical burns. I kind of walk over. It looked like what was on our cargo hold, which is strange.
Hey, can somebody give me a hand over here? That helped me out before.
Yeah, I'll head over there.
What do you need?
I'm just gonna try and fix this intercom real quick.
Oh, you guys need the contact.
We can help you with that.
Yeah, I'll try. I'll help her out again.
Wow, really?
Everything is awesome.
Well, whoever damaged this did a good job.
Yes, these intercoms are pretty busted. I'll go take a look at that door.
All right, I'm gonna start checking all of the bodies to see if anything medically really sticks out as just bizarre beyond, their head was removed.
I'm still pointing gun at door.
Which
we don't hear anything, right? At this point?
No, you hear nothing. Okay.
Still pointing gun door. Just in case. You never know. You guys all learn this.
Something obviously bad is happening here. You hear a couple of loud, very, 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 very loud pound noises.
Which direction are they coming from?
Coming towards Andromeda.
Andromeda?
Yeah.
She's trying to open that door. She's trying to open that door up.
Oh.
You hear her yell back, don't worry, it's me. I'm trying to open it.
Well, let's let somebody make sure that they're behind you before you open this door.
Well, no, she's opening the door to the ship, trying to get back to our ship.
The banging is her, right?
Oh, that one. Okay, I'm sorry. I was looking over there. Sorry.
Yeah. Who is that right there? Come on,
Helen. Helen's right there.
Was there more than one docking bay on the ship?
There was.
Yeah, there was 4, right? From the.
Mm-hmm.
They were the top parts of the space station.
Captain, for some reason we can't open this door at some point. I could, if it comes down to it, try to fly the ship to another docking bay.
Okay. Well, that's a good exit strategy.
Spacewalk. You're gonna have to get to the ship.
Well, we do have those suits that are sitting in that room.
Well,
I don't want to spend too much time in here.
The suits that we're wearing right now are
can we go out
suits that can help with that, right? Are they not spacewalk type suits?
What's that? Your suits?
The suits that we're wearing right now. Do they allow us to exist in a vacuum?
Believe so.
Yeah, I thought so. I thought that was the whole point of it having its own air.
Yeah. Andromeda comes back and she's just like, those doors are solid. I'm not getting through them. We need to find a way to open it back up or unlock it or something.
Which door are we going to go through, guys?
Do we?
The blood's not going anywhere. When we open the doors up, we can always go get blood.
Now we need this. So this is like a common area. Is that what we're seeing here?
Mm-hmm.
Like a welcome area. Is this? This is not a door, right?
Up top.
Right.
Up top.
That's not. No.
Okay, just these 2 on the sides.
Yeah.
Look, we got to pick one. Let's go left. I don't want to split the party.
I am gonna. If everybody's ready, open the door. If everybody wants to get positioned behind us.
Any cabinets or anything in this room that I could open up? Because I'm the curious type. I guess if it's a welcome area,
do a observation check.
That's just a straight roll.
Yeah, you search through whatever cabinets you do see and such, and you don't find anything.
Okay. I'm going to say, it doesn't look like they stored anything in here.
Oh no, the dogs again.
In one of the cabinets, you shut it quickly and it dies. Okay. Anyway, moving on. So, Cable, you're going to open that door?
I'm opening the door.
Yeah, that one doesn't want to really open. Anyway, we can still show you what you see. And what you see that.
I'm going to creep forward just again, just like last time, and just poke my head right and left.
Okay.
Just enough to look around.
I'm going to creep. Kind of creep behind him.
So I creep.
Always staying behind him.
I slowly make my way towards the entranceway of the door.
Hey, Captain, I see 2 doors. I'm going to go forward and check the
Andromeda, hurry up and get through here in case that door slams shut.
I'm going to check the corridor down here and do the exact same thing.
I'm going to investigate this tool area down here.
All right.
I see blood already, guys, just so you know over here.
I say,
so it'd be nice if somebody could come stand next to me.
And Andromeda, hurry up and get through here. I'd hate for that door to slam shut and you'd be stuck out there.
Andromeda, can you go? Does she hear?
Captain?
Yep, she's here.
Can you go with Cable, Andromeda?
Captain, I see I see a stream of blood. What does this look like exactly?
Blood, yeah, you just see like a trail of blood.
Into this door.
Captain, so that means somebody was alive at some point. I think we should probably check this door out next.
Yeah, how fresh does this blood look?
It's about the same as what you saw out in the.
So is it fresh? Is it fresh blood or it's kind of dried?
It's a little dried. Yeah.
Is it a lot? Like, does it look like a body was dragged, or does it look like someone was like dripping blood?
It looks like somebody was wounded.
Walking wounded?
Yeah.
Okay.
Captain, if you're comfortable, if you want to stand next to me, we can open up this door.
Yeah, let's go.
I'm going to open this door.
That door.
Yep.
This might be a rescue mission. I hope so.
Gun drawn.
Yay, too. That one worked.
Gun is drawn, just so you know.
I have my hand on my pistol as well.
All right, give me a second here. And you see...
Yeah. I don't think he's alive.
Does he have a head?
Step in the room.
Does he have a head?
Yes.
All right, I'm gonna run over.
I'm gonna wait. There's a door over here. I'm gonna just pull my gun. Just look at this way first. This looks open. Wherever this is.
Andromeda, can you check this terminal out or intercom?
Yes.
Is it broken?
Is that a door there?
No, it's not.
Oh, okay. Okay.
It looks like it, but just pretend it's not.
What kind of medical? Is that just a regular old bed that he's laying on?
This is a med bay.
All right. So does it look like he made it into the machine, or did he die before?
Do you want to check him out?
Yes, I do.
Yeah. All right. This terminal is working.
Oh, good.
Let's see. The man before you is there's a lot of blood, but he is still breathing very faintly.
All right. I'm gonna immediately start taking a look and see if there's anything that I can do, as well as checking to see if the med bay is functioning at all. If it was, maybe it's not functioning.
It is functioning. Yes.
All right. Shouldn't these aren't the automated systems, are they?
No, it's not.
All right. Well, I'm just going to start grabbing what I can to see what I can do for this guy.
Okay.
And while he's doing that, I'm pointing my gun at him just in case he's doing all this stuff.
Okay.
Do I roll a medical aid or anything like that? Yeah, I don't know what I do in this situation.
Before you do that, he grabs you by the collar and pulls you in to him.
I point my gun even farther at him, just ready to pull the trigger.
Says, Android, Kevin, hostile, my daughter, Imogen, save her.
I run back and I point my gun at the doorway now, pointing out the hallway, looking out. He
falls back and he dies.
He said Android Kevin?
But yeah.
Andromeda speaks up. She says, I heard Devin.
Devin.
And I heard his daughter.
The girl's name was Imogen.
Imogen.
Right.
All right. There's nothing I can do to try to revive this guy?
When you observe him, he is flatlined.
Well, it sounds like we need to go find Imogen.
Did you say that terminal's working?
I keep calling it terminal. I meant intercom.
Oh, okay. All right, intercom. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Maybe we should not alert anyone to our presence here.
No. Andromeda, what do you know about hostile androids?
I would assume that they are hostile.
Okay. How do we stop them? Do you know? Like, what is...
I mean, we
is
could
there...
try and immobilize it, shoot it maybe.
I look up from the body and I say, do they melt?
I mean, you can. I'm sure the skin would melt.
Maybe we can obscure some sensors. I'm gonna start checking this guy over to see if he's got anything that's looks like a keepsake, a personal effect that he had on him.
Okay. When you do, you notice in his hand that there is a picture of his daughter in his hand. And let me see if I actually...
And I'll also check to see if he has a badge of some kind, an access card.
Okay. Give me a second here, guys. The picture looks like this. I'm going to just set it here for a second, then I'm going to take it away.
Okay.
Do we know what kind of wounds he has, or what? Like, was he shot, or was he like
bludgeoned? Yeah, Ward, you should be able to tell, right? Like, cause of death.
You can go check the body.
Well, I mean, I was standing right over him, trying to.
No, I meant Titanic, because Titanic asked the question.
I'm just not really trained in medicine, so I don't really know what I would be looking at.
I'm kind of look over at him and say, if there's cut wounds, he was cut. If there are holes, he was punctured. I mean, what kind of I mean, you see his knees. His knees aren't broken, so I mean, he was able to walk in here, so he probably wasn't bludgeoned.
Okay.
When you inspect him, Ward, you do find that he has a puncture wound around his abdomen. I can never say that. Abdomen. Yeah. area. And the wound looks to be about as thick as one of those poles you saw.
And so I'm going to kind of roll him to see if it looks like it went all the way through.
And it did.
Hey guys, this looks like it came from the same thing that these heads were tacked to the wall. So I don't know if
it must be the android. I mean, he's got power, right?
I don't know if the android is firing that out of something or if he was manually hitting. But I would expect that if he was close enough to the android to get physically hit by one of these things, if the android had it in his hand, he probably wouldn't have made it this far. So my thinking is that these things are fired out of some sort of thing that's shooting projectiles.
To get the force behind it too. Mm-hmm. How does an android go hostile? Is it code? So someone is behind it, or do they just become? Does anyone know? This is my first time serving with. I think it's my first time serving with an android. Did we have one previously?
Yeah, I definitely don't know that.
Remember. Yeah.
I mean, I would assume that code could become corrupt somehow, or maybe the android was modified somehow.
But don't you have checks to make sure that you can detect if something's modified, don't you?
Yes, but we're not all the same model, and there's cases of homemade androids,
Now, are you familiar with, is Devin, is that a specific model, or was that just the name that they took?
That sounds like a name that it was given, so I would assume that this isn't a standard issue android.
Okay, I think we need to keep moving because we know there's someone alive in here. We just got to keep moving. Let's see if we can save Imogen, find her. We can come back and investigate later if we need to.
I agree. I'm going to take my picture and pocket it. And I was also checking to see if he had an ID badge or something like that. It looked like it had a reader on it or anything.
I think we should finish off this side of the ship, the space station. We're already.
Yeah, I wanted to go over and investigate all these tools and stuff.
If you want to do that, we could wait for you to do that.
Oh wait, which side do you mean?
The one right across.
I do. Okay.
The one right by this door, but I could wait.
No, that's fine. Yeah, let's check there.
Well,
she might have ran in here.
Do you want to check those tools out first, and then we'll go forward?
I mean, I
find something useful.
Well, is there something going on there, or does it matter?
What?
There looks like there was work being done, or some kind of there's tools and a.
Oh, no, that's just part of the tile. So
okay. Yeah. Let's go. Let's keep going then. I thought that was out there for a reason, to investigate.
How are you going to open this door then?
Hold on, but to answer Ward's question, you did find an ID on him.
Okay.
And you find out that his name is Patrick Gray.
Okay.
Patrick Gray. So we're looking for an Imogen Gray, I'm assuming. Okay.
And so you're done with the med bay?
Yep.
Actually, let me do a quick once over in the med bay to see if there's anything that I can.
Yeah, others you can take.
Yeah.
And use.
Okay. Yeah, see if I had drugs. See if I had drugs that explain maybe this too. Maybe you'll find something in there that would explain what caused this. Because we heard android, but remember, I don't think the android's the one that wrote on the walls. That doesn't make a lot of sense to me. So for all we all know, this is somebody who's got an android with him.
That's possible. So what is that? Do I want to make a
If somebody helps you, you get a +1.
Yeah, I can make an observation roll with you.
As long as you have that skill.
You have at least 1 point observation?
Yeah.
I will join you. I have a point in observation.
Okay, so I put for modifier, I put 1. Isn't that right?
Yeah, 1. Mm-hmm.
All right. Whoa.
Wow. We should get that more often, huh?
So
Find everything.
I don't know what exactly that. So that means that I have 4 additional things that I could use later. Is that what that means, or is it just 1 if you have additionals?
No. Yeah, it's just 1.
Okay. Is that a feat that we call?
It's a. Oh gosh.
Yeah, I couldn't remember the exact stunt.
Stunt point.
Okay.
Yeah, you do find some stuff.
Okay.
You find 5 never sleep pills.
All right.
And 5 hydration pills.
Okay.
That's it.
All right. So I'm gonna say there's no hallucinogens if that's what you were insinuating, but we got some never sleep pills. Does it look like they were? I know those come in a pack. The never sleep pills come in a pack. Does it look like there were a bunch that have been used?
No,
can I not tell that?
Yeah.
Okay, packs of 5. All right.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to say that that also makes me kind of wonder about this as well. Keep an eye out for used containers that the Never Sleep pills came in, y'all.
Okay.
If you happen to see any of those,
is that what causes hallucinations and?
Well, extreme lack of sleep can cause all kinds of issues.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, I'm going to go get ready to open this door then.
When you walk up to that door, you notice a star symbol over top of it.
Well, do I have any? Is it look like it's like meant to be there? Or is this something somebody did manually, or?
You would recognize this symbol as the symbol that is over Helen's quarters.
Oh, hey, I think it's
captain's quarters.
Captain, I think you should. You got ranked me. I think you should go first. Oh, shit.
A captain of a space station?
Yeah.
Go ahead. Somebody else in charge.
Somebody in charge. Yeah, somebody's got to be the boss.
All right.
I'm gonna. We should be very careful with this. If there's somebody that is working with an android, they may have a They may want to be in the captain's quarters. If they believe they're in charge.
I'm drawing my weapon.
I'm drawing my weapon too.
I have had my gun out. I haven't put my gun away, so I'm good. Let's go ahead and open up this door.
And the door opens and lights turn on, and you see the captain's quarters, more or less. You see
covered in blood.
A terminal that appears to be working.
We got Fogelbore still.
Yeah, we can't see anything.
Oh, you can't?
Nope.
No, we can't see past right there.
Yep.
But now.
There we go.
Oh, there we go.
Okay.
And I'm gonna look in and say, Helen, is yours round like this?
No, it does not look like this.
I'm going to go stand here.
Is this Mother, though?
Huh?
Is this Mother?
No. It's just it's a terminal. I mean, don't take the tiles for exactly, but they're just tiles, they're general tiles.
I am going to stand guard in this hallway and keep my gun pointed outward while you guys do the exploring.
Would I know?
Follow her in.
Would I know?
Check the terminal.
Where to look for anything in a captain's quarter? I'm assuming. Is there like a special secret place for communications or
captain's log?
The
captain's log. Yep.
Yeah, the captain's terminal.
Yeah.
Basically.
Okay. Is there a code? So I'm sitting in the chair and I'm looking. Is there a code or anything?
It is unlocked, and
okay.
What you see.
It's nice to see the med bay and the captain's quarters on the same side of the ship.
Didn't work out for her. I mean, for him.
Yeah. Yeah. True that.
You see 4 options.
Mm-hmm.
The first option is unlock west wing door. The second is unlock east wing door.
Mm-hmm.
The third is unlock storage compartment. And the fourth option is access logs.
I'd like to access logs, please.
Both the third and fourth option, unlock storage and access logs, are locked.
Is there a map at all?
Requires access key card.
Okay.
Captain, I could probably help you with that.
Wait, what?
With the key card access.
You can help?
Do you have a captain's name? Is that listed in the log anywhere?
You don't see, no.
Is there a map of the space station at all?
No.
No.
I'm gonna.
You only see those 4 options. That's all you see right now.
Are we directionally? Are we technically in the West Wing right now, or do we not know that?
Yes, you.
Like, I don't know which way we're turned. Okay, so we are in the West Wing. Okay, to the East Wing. Okay. Is there any kind of are there any special trinkets or anything around that would help me maybe identify who this could be? Like, would I know?
Yeah, I'm going to be searching I'm going to be searching the room as well. So.
Yeah, you want to do a +1 to your search, or you want me to roll it?
I'm pretty high up in my observation.
Okay, I can do a +1 for you if you want.
Okay.
All right. You do a pretty thorough.
Does this mean that I have an additional stunt? So now I've got 2 that are banked? Is that what that means? Or can there only ever be 1 banked?
I think
you can bank it again.
Yeah, I think at one point I had a couple banked.
If you want to, if somebody has a minute to look it up,
I'll
I need a refresher on it too. But anyway, so you look through, you do a decent job looking through. You don't find anything important. However, you do find out that the captain's name is, we're just going to call him Captain.
So it looks like East Wing doors. That would be these other. Can someone go and see if if they're unlocked, they would open. So it looks like we can unlock both the West Wing and the East Wing doors right now. I don't want to do that. It gives me pause because I don't want to open all the doors and let stuff start running through.
We should do it one.
Oh yeah, definitely open
one at
doors.
a time if we need them. So I say, we know where it is, but I say we keep moving forward with just manually opening doors. Everyone on board with that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep, that's fine.
I'm assuming we can talk to our communicator, so if we're not in the same room.
Oh yeah, we're on the suits.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Andromeda chimes in as you guys were leaving. She's like, Titanic, weren't you going to try something?
Yeah, I'm going to check the terminal real quick and see what I can figure out.
Okay.
What are you not telling us?
Is it a terminal?
Titanic?
Oh, okay.
I feel like Titanic's not telling us something.
He's got extra.
I just have access to their computer system.
Yeah.
He's like, yeah. We hear that.
All right, so what are you doing, Titanic?
I'm use my key card and the terminal access.
Okay, so you slide your access card in, and you get a message on the screen saying unrecognized credentials.
Okay.
Your card does not work here.
Oh.
Or at least on this terminal.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
And it just flashes captain's key card required.
So you gotta find that key card.
Okay.
So I guess I'm gonna follow you guys back out to the doors then.
Hey, Captain, you want to try this door up here? North of us here?
Yeah, that's fine. Let's do that.
Okay. Once everybody's here, we'll open up another door.
Okay, so it looks like the stunts are usable at that time only. It's not that they can be banked. It's like for observation, it says for each extra hit that I roll, it says you get to know the answer to one of the questions. Is it coming from me? Are there more of them close by? And how do I get in past away? So it's under the skills. It talks about the stunts under skills. So it's used at that time.
However,
but it's up to GM, obviously.
That is true for observation, but some of them
let you bank it.
Like paladin gain a +1 modification to a later skill roll.
Yeah, I see that. Yeah, for under survival. Yeah,
it varies between.
Yeah, so let me check my piloting one.
Yeah, that was piloting. You do get that.
Okay, cool. So I have one,
but they only last so long.
Yeah, they last the end of, you said the end of that situation, pretty much.
Yeah.
Like the end of that day or whatever you said. I think we can't remember exactly. Well, we'll see how long you want me to keep it for.
Yep. Just because you said it, you lost it.
Boo.
Just kidding. All right, so Cable, you're going to open that door?
Yeah. I'm not liking this. Go ahead, let's open the door.
I'm with you. I'm with you.
I'm following.
Yeah, I still don't like it.
When you approach the door, over top the door, you see a...
oh, yeah. Wait, before I open the door.
A sign that says to West Wing.
Let's just try to open it up and see what happens.
Yeah.
And when you try to open it, it is locked.
Okay, how about we go down this way and see what this door does?
Hey, Helen, you want to see if this guy happened to be the captain? You want to go see if? And I hand her the ID. You want to go to the captain's quarters and just see if it?
Yeah.
I guess you could use it at the door of the captain's quarters.
It's just an ID card. It's not a.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Never mind then.
It's not a key card. Okay. Hi, I'm here again.
Okay, let's do we see anything above this doorway?
Yes. This says observation deck.
Ooh. I'm going to try to open this door.
All right. The door does open. And you see a observation deck.
I'm going to go...
Did it open?
Yeah, it did. I'm going to go look out and see if there's anything I see that's different, has changed. While we're here.
Yeah. While you are, or as you are looking out, you do see you're part of Halifax and a little bit of the docking area.
Good news, Captain. Ship's still there.
Oh, good. I mean, that's all that matters.
That is an important thing.
Yeah.
Anyone want to do observation here? See if we can find anything? See anything?
I can do observation.
Oh, you'll do it? I'll help you.
All right.
So
observation check from somebody.
Titanic's doing it.
Yep, yeah, I'm doing it. And one modifier, right?
Yeah. All right.
Really...
Oh, you should be the one doing the observations.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
So, yeah, but remember one time he was just kind of sitting there like...
Oh, right. Couldn't find anything.
Oh, yeah. It was really hilarious.
You guys look around the observation deck. Despite the tile making it look like there's a lot in the room, there's actually not. It's just a couple of seats in there and a big window, and you do not find anything.
Hey, Captain, maybe we should go back to that horrifying room and see if that door opens up.
Yeah, I'd rather open all the unlocked doors first.
I agree.
Remember, let's all try to stay together.
Yep, wait for me.
Can we take a quick break?
Yeah, let's take a quick break, actually. I was about to say that.
Yes, thank you. I need one.
Quick break. Kim, you were getting ready to do something?
I haven't done anything yet. I was still, I think. Oh, yeah. So do we want, so we're going to the other door. That's what we're doing. Okay, yeah. Yes. So we're going to go right across to this door. Do we see a symbol above this door?
No.
Okay. Everybody want to get behind me?
Yeah, let's keep going. We got a girl to find. Woman. We don't even know how old she is, actually.
Yeah.
You try to open it?
Yep.
And when you do, it is locked.
Yay.
Okay. Well, that decides that. Do you guys want me to go try to open the west or the east wing?
I think we should do west wing because we know this is west wing.
Yep. Okay. I'm going to go to the captain's quarters and is that easy to do? Unlock the west wing.
So what are you doing?
Wait. Oh, wait. Before we do anything, maybe Titanic should, because he doesn't have, he's not the one wearing the ape suit. So if you're up with me in the ape suit, Titanic could pop up at the door.
Oh, true.
Okay, so you want me to go open the door?
Yeah, same terminal.
Are you okay doing that,
Titanic? Yeah, that's fine.
Remember what I told you, Titanic?
Yeah.
All right.
So, how do I have to make an observation roll to do this, or?
Nope.
All right.
Just tell me what you're doing.
All right, I'm gonna open up the west wing door.
Okay. So
you're unlocking them though, right?
Yeah,
not opening them.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
You're using the terminal and.
Yeah, I'm gonna use the terminal. Use my card and unlock the door.
Okay, well, you don't need your card because you already tried that and it didn't work.
Oh yeah, okay, yeah.
But you press the button, you press the button that will unlock the West Wing door, and it changes from locked to open or unlocked.
Okay. I assume he gets the door's closed on him, so he can easily come here and.
Yeah, he can come back.
Okay. Yeah, so I'm gonna head back to you guys. I'd rather not be alone here.
All right, I'm gonna pop open this door with Helen next to me.
Yep.
Alrighty.
You guys be prepared.
I'm always prepared.
It slid open. That's cool.
And door side's open. Light turns on. And I chose the wrong tool. Hold on a second. There we go.
Okay.
Okay, everybody, stay behind me. I'm gonna go look around the corner. And I just
love how the pilot has taken point.
I gotta peek my eyes just behind around that corner.
All right.
You know, the pilot that freaks out over everything. Yeah, he's good at this.
Yeah, he's got it.
Well, the theory is he can't send the medical guy. He has to save me if I die. And the captain has to make the command decision if I die. And we can sacrifice Titanic. I don't know what he does. Sorry, Titanic. Oh, God. I don't like this at all. I am going to go very, very slowly and quietly peek around this first corner.
Okay. Keep doing that. One roll 20.
Okay, before we do anything, I'm going to go do the same thing to this one over here.
Okay.
And no one's talking. I'm not saying anything. So if you guys all want to peek around, just to be extra quiet while I'm doing this.
I'm just kind of creeping along behind him.
Which is fine. It's silence. Okay, and then I'm going to go do the same thing right here.
Andromeda is following. It's just hard for me to
That's fine.
do it all at once together.
Okay, so now I do a whole bunch of hand signals pointing to the first corridor and then the going around it.
Let's check out this room.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't like the open corridor concepts. You sure we don't want to look around the corridors first? And make sure there's no open...
No.
Okay.
Okay, so what are you doing?
We're opening this door.
We're opening...
All right. You see a sign over top that says East Wing. And the door's locked.
Ooh, okay.
Okay. So we know that the button, we're going to need to hit the button for that. So that's good.
Okay, Captain, I think we should look around all these, curves. Or it could be just some crazy android hanging out. I gotta look around this one first.
Can anyone hear us outside of our suits talking?
Oh, that's a good point. I didn't think
or
of that.
is it internal?
It is, but I'm sure, you could probably hear a little bit outside of your suit,
Okay.
yeah.
Because we're not on our own internal environment.
Mm.
You're going down this hall?
I'm peeking around the right-hand side. Nice and slowly. I don't like that again.
Andromeda comes up behind. She's like, "Hey, wait a minute, guys.
Wait.
Do you hear that?
Okay.
Just listen.
Air moving.
The easy weedy spider and up the water spout. Down came the raven. What's the spider out?
I go like this and then turn.
We have to do this.
I walked slowly backwards.
The spider went up the spout again.
I'm still going to look around the corner because that's the right thing to do.
That was fun to record, by the way.
I thought I heard you in there doing something weird the other night.
I looked to the right.
You're going to still look down that hallway?
Yes, I'm going to look down the hallway. I looked down the hallway. I looked down the hallway. I already did. Can't stop me. I already did it.
Yep. I'll lean over too.
Oh, God, you leaned over. Not good. If a bullet comes, it's going to hit him. He's way more leaned over than I am. Oh, God, there's a door right there. Okay. I think we should open this door.
Is that a door?
Door.
Looks like a door to me.
It
Right
is a
there.
door.
Oh,
I vote we open the door.
okay.
Captain, real quick. Just to make this very point. If there's something crazy going on, I'm just going to start shooting without asking questions.
It's probably not a good idea because we don't know what this space station is for. We don't know what's on it. We haven't seen a manifest of like chemicals or gas. Like we have no idea what's on this place.
Did that
Hold your fire until I say so.
Okay.
the what we heard, was that coming over the intercom or was that coming from that?
The intercom.
Oh. I'm opening the door still.
The itsy bitsy spider.
So you're still gonna so you can open the door?
Yep.
I tried to.
Okay. So when you open this door, you realize that this room is a barracks. And you see things like pictures of family members and friends.
We see two right there.
What's that?
There's a vertical line right there and we can't see past it.
Right. That's on purpose.
Okay.
Yeah, so it just looks like, some people had been sleeping here once, but when you look around the corners into like where the beds actually are.
Oh, good Lord.
Oh, God, I'm out.
There are what appears to be large pods unlike anything any of you have ever seen or heard of before.
And Charles, can you not open that door back to our ship? I vote we blow this thing up and leave.
Nuke the whole thing from orbit.
Yeah, exactly. I have no issue.
I mean, that may be the only way to be sure.
Ding, ding. Love it. As you observe the pods, they look like they are organic. They are open at the top, and they are empty.
Are they like pulsating or
no? They
like moving.
There is like a slimy substance that's around the base of the eggs. Pods. You didn't hear me say eggs. A slime, yeah, at the base, but it looks like it's dried up towards the top, so it's probably a good indication that they've been open up for a little while.
Is there another door up there on top?
No, that's not a door.
I suggest we slowly back up and close this door.
We don't want to know what we're dealing with?
Yeah, don't.
I think we have to at least look inside the pods and see, what.
What if there's something in the pods and it's going to jump on your face? No. I back up, close the door.
That? I mean, I've never encountered anything that jumps on your face.
It's not like these are eggs.
Yeah, besides, I can always torch them.
We're at first.
I like the idea. I think you should burn them.
No, our first mission right now is to find living human beings. Close the door. Let's keep looking. We can always
we're sure that there's, and sure that's not something that she had been put inside of.
Get me in there. Yeah, what if they are putting them?
We can always come back. And we don't even know how old the person is that we're looking for. Oh, we do. What's in the picture? How old did she look?
Pull the picture out.
She look like a child, or is she like teenager or adult?
Like a young teen, maybe.
Young teens. Is she tiny?
Tiny? You mean like short?
Short, skinny, lean.
Yeah, short and average height for a girl her age, and skinny. Yes.
I am comfortable closing this door and continuing to look. We can always come back.
Andromeda speaks up, and she's like, I've read a lot of books, and I have never seen anything like that in any of the books I've ever read. I don't know what that is.
Which is a reason to close the door.
Okay, we have Andromeda look inside. It's not like she's going to be like hurt by something.
I'm not going in there. Look, I'm an android, but I'm not stupid.
I think we've got to at least look inside.
I'm going to defer to the captain for this.
I'm going to be more creeped out not knowing what's inside those and walking behind with that thing behind us. Like, I want to close out a room and be like, okay, we know this thing ain't going to follow us down. I have a gun. I can shoot whatever's in there.
I am pulling rank. I'm using, I'm going to roll. How do I do this?
Command.
I'm rolling command against cables manipulation. Right? So how do I do? I just roll command now, and then he rolls.
Oh, that's right, because you have the pull rank talent.
Yeah, pull rank. I'm tired of arguing. Did it roll? No. Oh.
I don't see it.
Okay, I got one.
Aye, Captain.
All right, let's keep moving.
All right. We are moving.
I thought that was going to be more exciting than that.
So we check out the other corridor then, at least, before we...
Yes. Yep.
I missed it. Did you keep that door open or did you close it?
Closed it.
Okay.
I guarantee you we closed it.
Following cable.
I peek around this one.
Yep. And...
There's a dog there.
There's dogs.
Yeah.
More dogs. There's
More
a lot of dogs in this space station.
It's that creepy. Whoever's talking to us on the intercom is pretending to be a dog.
Any symbols?
You see a symbol for the cryo deck.
Are there any have we seen any signs of struggle in these hallways? Any blood or anything as we've been walking through?
Nope. Nothing.
Was there any trail of slime outside of those pods, or those pods just like...
You said there was some slime, right?
Like on the floor. Like as you walked away from it, they looked like something had been like dragged in slime, or they slime that was left behind.
No. Nope.
Okay. I'm ready to open another door.
Okay. Let's do it.
Door. I'm on high alert.
Door opens.
Oh.
Jeez.
You see a cryo deck that is damaged.
I would say so.
One of the empty cryopods has a electrical burn similar to the ones found after the explosion in Halifax, but much smaller. And one of the pods has a dead person. Well, it has a person in it. And the pod is currently shut.
Was it even safe to go in there with all that?
Yeah. Is that just showing that the room is messed up, or does the room actually look hazardous?
It just looks like it's not in good shape.
Okay. Yeah. All right, I'm gonna go in and look at the pod. The one that
can I?
Yeah.
Well, when you look
why are there pod? Sorry, go ahead.
When you look at the pod, you see that there is blood underneath, but you don't see. There's no apparent wounds that you see just from looking through the pod.
Mm-hmm.
You do see that there is a key card laying next to the body in there.
Can I see the key card, or is it
You
like
see
there's
it.
just? Do I recognize the picture on the key card?
No, you mean see it like that? No, you can't.
Oh,
Yeah.
Hmm.
Do these pods have like a control panel that shows the status of who was on the inside?
In this case, no.
Okay. I'm gonna look back at everybody and say, this is a lot of blood here. I don't know if the person's still in there. I can't tell if is the pod still active?
No, it is not. In fact, it looks like the pod is maybe even slightly open. Just a hair. It looks like it never actually latched.
But the blood looks like it's completely contained in there. Not like on the floor or anything like that.
Yes, it is contained in there.
Captain, there's somebody in this pod here. I don't know. We probably have to open it to be able to identify them.
Let's open it. We need to know. Why? Okay. Never mind. Why would there be pods on a space station? Just if people are staying there for a long period of time?
I mean, people use pods for all kinds of stuff. You know, they have an injury, throw them in a pod until somebody can get here to help them. You know.
Okay.
But this looks like
Pod's gonna be good for healing too, as you know. So, if somebody needs a rest or whatever.
Right. That's what.
All right. If somebody wants to cover me, I'll take a look and see what's going on here. If you think
I'll get your back.
Yeah, I'm there too. If you need to.
If you got the close range weapon, you should be there.
All right, I'm gonna swing my flamethrower, kind of over my shoulder there, and then pull out my knife in my left hand and just kind of sit it there, and then I guess reach over and try to slide it back.
Open the pod. Okay, the pod does open easily. Upon opening, you get a clearer picture of what's going on here. You see a hole in the chest of the dead body. You could examine further if you wanted to. That would require a we'll make that a medical. Do you have like a medical roll?
I have medical aid roll.
No, we'll make it well.
There's observation. I mean, there's always observation.
Yeah, but that's I'm gonna bend the rules a little bit here and make you do a medical aid roll.
Okay. So I'm gonna kind of lean over and take a closer look.
Mm-hmm. On closer observation, the wound appears to protrude from the body as if the wound came from inside the body.
I'm going to immediately look at Captain and say, I've never seen anything like this before.
It came from inside the body?
That's what it looks like. I'm going to reach over and grab the ID card.
And when you do, and you look at it, you see that it is the captain's card.
Oh, Captain.
She was the captain. Okay.
What's the name on it?
We're calling the captain.
Okay. But this is not Imogen then. So this does not meet her description. Okay.
Correct.
All right. Nothing else in this room that would grant us pause, I guess.
You don't see anything else out of the ordinary, no. Other than like the burn marks I talked about.
This is really strange.
Yeah.
Inside, something came out.
Did it look like it was an explosion? Or does it look like... I mean, I guess take my knife and kind of start poking around at it, because it's what I do,
Using your medical knowledge, it looks like something forced its way outside of the body. And there's no trace of like any kind of explosive powders or burns or nothing. This looks straight.
This is the worst parasite I've ever seen.
Yeah.
This is bizarre. Do you still have the ability to like take samples? Maybe around where the burst is.
I have a surgical kit with me, but I don't believe that has vials with it.
Okay.
What I can do is I can take some of the gauze and kind of, rub it around on there, maybe get some on the gauze, then kind of wrap it back up on itself. And I mean, it's going to be contaminated as all get out, but if there's something really, really wonky, I should be able to tell from it.
Ward too. When you flip the card over, the back of the card has the Weyland-Yutani logo on it.
And
this is a Weyland-Yutani.
Yeah, Titanic. This is. Well, we know it was a Weyland-Yutani station because of the automatic distress call that pulled us out, because it had to have been a company. It had to have been company, or at least somebody associated with company.
Not necessarily. This is Andromeda speaking, because we're required by law to answer any distress signal. Any.
Oh, okay. Well, I've been going under the assumption this was a Weyland-Yutani. Okay. Yeah, we don't want to get what this guy had.
I mean, Titanic, do you know anything about this? I mean, does Weyland-Yutani, have you gotten any information?
Like on what? No, we have no idea what this is. I've never seen it like this before. Do you think we should take this back to the computer to see what we can do with it?
Yeah.
Well, this is just an ID card. It's not a access card, correct?
This does have access. It looks like a card, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Well,
so I will hand it. Hand it to Helen.
Key card. Key card. Yeah, it's a key card.
Say, here you go, Captain.
Yeah, I want to go see if maybe this will help me access the log. Maybe we'll know more about what happened and why the captain was in the cryopod. Does anyone want to accompany me?
Yeah, I'm going to start going down towards that way.
I'm not staying here.
No, we should all go.
I'll close the pod and then close the door behind us.
It's like a murder mystery. Okay.
And I just messed up my dimensions.
She got squashed, yeah.
Yeah.
Gosh.
Okay.
All right, see, is that cable right there?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, all right.
Yeah, I always stay guarded like the doorways. Oh, it's like coming.
All right, so that's why I'm staying, just watching the hallway there. So I can see him and I can see down that hallway.
And then
and I can see you. And if you disappear, I know to run.
All right.
Okay. I would like to see if putting the card in gets me access to storage or access log.
You insert the card and a message comes up saying access granted.
Okay. What is the storage? Was it just storage? Or is it like a video camera or storage?
It says unlock storage compartment. That's all it says.
Okay, I don't know about that. I'm going to access logs.
Okay, you press access logs. It looks like there are 3 logs. Unfortunately, they don't have dates, but
okay,
they're there. Each log is signed by Patrick Gray.
That's the physician? Weird.
The only person in there with you is Titanic.
Okay. Can I read them out loud or privately or?
Yeah, well, what's going to happen is if they're basically they're audio files.
Okay.
So you and Titanic will be able to hear them.
Okay.
Okay.
But I'm just going to read them out loud anyway because it's nothing. We'll just say you shared it, I guess, or something. So the first one plays, and it is Patrick. Well, you don't know, but you would assume it's Patrick's voice. It says, no response from trial number 37.
Ugh.
Imogen continues to suffer from blackouts. I can't figure out what triggers the events. What I do know is that her temperature rises, she begins to sweat, the tremors kick in, and then she eventually blacks out. Her brain seems healthy, but maybe I don't have the right equipment. It's so frustrating. Devin suggests that we move straight on to trial number 38. That log finishes, the next one begins. Trial number 53 shows no improvements in treating Imogen. I can tell she grows tired, and I feel horrible putting her through all these tests, but she doesn't understand how important we need to succeed in treating her. I'm afraid that her condition will worsen. I don't want my little girl to suffer anymore. That log finishes, and the final one begins. Trial number 71 looks promising. Imogen doesn't suffer from blackouts as often. Her temperature remains stable. I think I'm on the right track. A few more trials and a treatment plan may bring this all home. Devin agrees. I am hopeful that we are closer to curing my little girl's condition. She has been one hell of a fighter. And the log finishes.
Dang. Okay. Did it have a date on the 71?
No, there's no dates.
No dates, that's right. Okay. You ever heard anything like this, Titanic?
No, I know I've heard of his name before, the doctor, but I don't know a lot about him.
Oh, really? Is he like, what kind of doctor is he?
I just know that he's like a medical doctor. I don't know this about what he specializes in.
Okay, but you said you've heard his name before.
Just not randomly, but just here and there from people talking.
Okay. What do we have left to explore? Okay.
So the other 2 options you have that haven't been explored are unlock East Wing and unlock storage compartment.
We don't know where the storage compartment is.
We do know where the East Wing is.
Mm-hmm.
Better not to open a door we can't get to.
So as we're walking, even though we're hooked up verbally, they couldn't hear the audio files. Is that right?
No.
Okay. So as we're walking, just talking, you guys were guarding the corridor, I guess.
Yeah.
So we found out more about Imogen. Sounds like she was really sick. Something was going on. She was having tremors and blackouts and problems with her temperature. And it sounds like the doctor was trying to run trial. I don't know. Trials on her to try to make her healthy again. I don't know, Ward, if any of this sounds familiar. I've encountered anything like this before.
Well, maybe a father's plight on trying to save his daughter. I mean,
yeah, but I mean, all the symptoms together: the blackouts, the temperatures rising, sweat, tremors.
That could be even somebody with issues with panic. I mean,
okay, like more of an emotional.
Well, there's all kinds of things that could cause that.
Yeah. Okay.
Does anybody have a storage device that we could take a copy of that?
I do not.
Mm-hmm.
I think, doesn't Titanic have something?
Yeah, I can take it for you. I can make copies.
Might be helpful to have, Captain.
Yeah. Let's definitely make copies of it. Yep. Now I'm worried that these things that we found may have caused some concern too. This is all very strange. We have someone who's having a ton of strange symptoms. We have someone who a couple people look like they've been attacked. Someone who looks like they've been attacked from inside their bodies. And now we have strange things in that room.
Well, do we want to head down the East Room corridor and see what we can find out before?
Yeah. How many bodies were in that main room? The front room. There 4 bodies. Is that what it was?
What is it?
How many bodies were in the front room? That first room that we encountered with all the blood.
I didn't have an exact count.
Okay.
Yeah, it was just several.
Okay.
And there was that ghosts and dragons and all that writing. I mean, I wonder if that was Imogen.
Well, that would be the same as the guy, like I said, from that planet who said the exact same thing, which I don't think is coincidental.
Yeah, it's strange. Okay, let's keep investigating.
Specific.
Yeah.
Did you open up the East Wing corridor for us?
I did not. Can we pretend I did?
Yeah, we can. You didn't open it. You just unlocked it.
Unlocked
it. Yeah.
Yes.
Hey, I'm going to open the door.
Okay.
I'm going to just curl up and look down this side.
And you guess what it's going to look like?
Another corridor. I'm going to go down and go look left and right.
We know from the outside that it's going to look exactly the same.
Mm-hmm.
Symmetrical.
Okay, 3 doors. Do any of them have symbols?
Yeah, great.
Yes. The southeast one has a wrench, which excites Andromeda. She's actually over there. Because that's a workshop.
What is workshop?
The northeast is a escape pod room.
Ooh, I like that room.
And
right? Probably better to find that before.
Yeah.
Southwest room is observation deck.
I guess we should go through this one. And look at the escape pods.
Yeah, let's do that.
We still haven't found the storage room yet, though.
That's what I was just thinking. I wonder if that's in the workshop. Maybe.
Probably.
When you open the door, lights come on.
Oh boy.
God.
He's moving.
It's weird.
Crazy.
That's creepy,
weird.
dude. That's creepy. I point my gun at him.
The problem is, for some reason, I can't see him. I don't know why.
You can't?
No, but I'm glad you guys can. I don't know why I can't.
He's there.
I know he's supposed to be there.
And he's like
creepy looking.
With his wrench on his hand.
That's clearly the android. Andromeda.
Yeah.
He's smoking.
I don't know why I can't see it. That's weird.
If you zoom way in, he's got a cigarette hanging out of his mouth, little puffs of smoke.
No, he does.
I'm zooming way in just to see this.
Sorry. I try and take away from this at all.
So when you open up this room, you see a bunch of escape pods lined up around the room. You see somebody bent over with their head kind of looking like in towards a pod, and they're kind of like banging stuff around.
Does the hair match Imogen?
You don't know yet.
Okay.
They're kind of ducked down, looking away from you, so you can't really see too much yet. You look over across the room and you see what looks like a bit huge, dead spider-looking creature. Kind of turned upside down. It's got like these 4 huge legs and a really long tail on the back of it. And
golly,
as the person in the back is kind of like, looks like he's like kind of hammering at something. Says, how'd you like my song?
Captain, I vote we shoot.
What are you doing here? And who are you?
What am I doing here? What are you doing here?
We're investigating.
Investigating
a distress
what?
call. A distress call.
Distress call? Give me somebody put out a distress call. I'll bet you that was that idiot Gray.
What happened to all the people here?
Obviously, there's distress. So, you put down your weapon?
You say that again?
Put down your weapon?
You're asking me to put down my weapon? He turns around, looks at you, and when he does, you notice that it looks like part of his skin has melted.
Ugh.
And such. There's spots, and you can see that the eyes are glowing, and you immediately understand that this is a android, and you all gain 1 stress die.
Oh.
Andromeda comes up. She's behind you all. She's like, we need to be careful here. This is an android, just be careful. We might be able to reason with it, but let's just be careful. Upon turning around and facing the crew, he throws something at the ground. His left hand appears to be smoking and is damaged.
Why are you, can I ask you why you're injured? Do you know why you're injured?
The itsy bitsy spider. Their blood. It melts things. It's acid.
Whose blood?
He holds up his hand. You see he's holding a spider in his hand. And he throws it up over by the other one. And when he does, and once it hits the floor, you start to see a little bit of smoke coming up from where it lands. These things are great for fixing stuff.
They're great for fixing stuff?
Yeah, like sodding.
Sodding.
So confused.
Me too.
Me too.
Are you... Why are there dead people everywhere? Let's start there.
Well, you don't like what I done with the place.
Can you just give me a direct answer?
I don't have to give you anything.
Are we in danger here from something else, from these things? Or from you?
I don't know. You notice in his other hand, he has I should say as he brings his arm up like this, as he does, he's got this, it looks like a weapon that you've never seen before. It almost looks like a small cannon, if you will.
Throughout all this, while they're discussing, I'm just kind of trying to see what I can tell about the state of the pods while they were having their discussion.
They all look damaged. Andromeda decides to walk up a little bit. I can't see him, so I'm assuming he's standing back here, right?
Yep,
Yeah.
that's exactly where he is.
Mhm.
Okay. She steps up and he goes, ah. And she says, why are you trying to leave here? He doesn't answer. He just kind of looks at her. And he's like, they got you doing all the hard work, don't they? And she says, I'm here on my own will. What's that thing you got? He's like, what's this? This is a toy. It was my toy. They're just kind of like looking at each other, not sure what to say. I guess you could.
Kent, I think we should subdue him.
How are we going to subdue an android? I whisper.
We have an android and we have weapons, and I think if he's killed these people, do you think that's okay? I don't think we can walk away from this.
But what if, look, now we're seeing these strange creatures. What if, I mean, I hate to play on his side, but what if he's not so crazy? What if he's...
He says, look, I don't have time for this. He lowers the gun and boom, he shoots it off and hits Andromeda right in the side of the chest. It rips her arm off and puts a big hole in her chest, and a bunch of milk splashes out. Milk substance, android blood, all over behind you. The bullet that came out of that is unlike anything you've ever seen before. It's definitely energy based. maybe energy/heat based. It made a very distinct noise that you've never heard before, and the blast easily cut through her, but didn't continue through her. It basically kind of exploded inside of her, and just her arm ripped off, and
She's still standing?
she kind of turns around, looks at you. She's like, "Boss,
All right, can we pull her back to the corridor and close the door?
I don't think.
She'll go right through this doorway.
Reach over and grab her.
She
Grab her.
falls down. And when you go to grab her, you see that she has burn marks similar to the burns that you saw in Halifax, just much smaller.
Interesting.
This is a warning shot. I recommend that you turn around now and leave while you still can. I will kill you all if I must.
Let's pull her out.
Yeah, I
Close
will
the door.
start pulling her as well.
Okay. Can you shut the door?
Word, can you like seal the door with the flamethrower?
The flamethrower is not going to seal the door. That takes there's a special tool for dealing with metal.
Mm.
And you know that Andromeda has one.
Like one of these, and I reach over and I grab it.
Is it like on her?
Mm-hmm.
Seal the door.
I would like
We're gonna
to,
use it.
try to seal the door, I guess.
Okay. It's going to take you a turn
Okay.
to do that.
I'll say I'll seal this door while I want to take a look directly south.
As you are sealing the door, you hear it sounds like he got back to doing what he was doing.
I'm gonna keep on sealing,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm gonna say, Titanic, we need to have a plan for destroying his pod. Should he launch a pod, we might have to chase it down and destroy it.
Okay, that's fine. Yeah.
Or I'm sorry, cable.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Pilot,
yeah.
yeah.
Like, why are you asking me?
Sorry.
I mean, I could try hitting it with.
Yeah, we don't have any
ship.
guns on the ship. I don't know how we're gonna.
I could like try ramming our ship into that pod he's in.
What were those crazy spiders that were by him?
Well, given that we saw two of those things that had two of those pods and then two spiders, 2 + 2 equals a sealed door here. So let's get moving.
So can we try to open his door down here while he's sealing it up?
So we still got Imogen to find.
Well, we still need to get out of. We get our own ship back. We can't get on our ship. I think that's a bigger concern right now. Is we're trapped and he's got the only way out of this ship right now.
Well, we know where, or at least we know where he is right now.
Why doesn't somebody go and unlock the storage? We didn't see any other. There's one door in, one door out to
we
that.
Have fast storage. We have fast storage.
That pod room, right?
Yeah, just that one.
I'd say I didn't see any storage room. I didn't see any storage doors in that room. Did y'all?
No, but it might be in the workshop. I would assume the workshop would have storage in it.
Well, let's open this up before we open that door. Let's see if there's any noise or anything.
Okay, we'll listen.
For the workshop?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You just hear you hear something mechanical. It's like it's very steady.
Rhythmic?
You know? Very, very steady mechanical sound.
I say we open.
That's interesting. Yeah.
All right. So I'll join whenever the door's sealed, but I guess I'm still sealing the door while they're opening the other one.
Yes.
Okay.
And so you open the door.
I'm up here.
And The workshop also houses the power supply. Power supply.
We can probably break this. Shoot. Okay. What happens?
Is there other doors or anything in here?
Nope.
The power supply would prevent the pods from escaping, right? Or working. Would it also turn the lights off?
I don't think it would stop it from launching. I don't think. So where's the storage room that this door opens up? Do we miss a whole door?
Isn't there one over here?
That's observation. I mean, we could check out observation, but it says observation. Unless they call the storage door the door that leads to our ship.
Ooh. Probably.
And then
we can get out of here.
We could rig something to this power supply to see if we can blow it up. And maybe that'll take out the android and...
Yeah, but we still have... Didn't it look like...
Does anyone want the crazy android getting away?
Wait, were there people in that room with him? Were there any people in the room with him?
You didn't see any.
Okay. Well, then where's Imogen? Probably observation deck.
Let's go over observation deck.
You didn't have a great look, but as far as you could tell, you didn't see any.
All right, so is the door sealed now?
Not yet, because it just seems like they went in, then went back out. So
okay,
What
yeah.
do you mean?
We're just running around the ship.
Yeah,
the space station. Like a bunch.
Oh yeah. We'll check out that room later. Let's just check everything out first.
I'm learning welding.
Yeah, we just like watch you and we run past you like, can I go to the observation deck? Just run past real quick.
Did you find anything? I guess not.
Okay, you open up the door, and it's a observation deck.
Hey,
Very much
Captain.
similar to the other one.
What if I go if you want to go test that storage room door to see if that opens our door, then I'll stand by it and let you know, and then we can figure out what we want to do next. There's no other doors, so...
Right. Okay. Just someone... Okay, yeah. I'll go.
Yep, I'm going to go check at this door.
Okay, but you're checking that door?
Well, wait, I'm waiting for her to see if it unlocks when she unlocks the storage room door.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm gonna unlock storage.
Okay. So you press the storage button?
Mm-hmm.
Well, wait a minute. Wait. Where did you guys go?
Observation.
You were over here.
Uh-huh.
You were here.
Yep.
Right? And
yeah. Never mind. So I read up here.
Okay.
I ran all the way over here. And right all the way down here. Right over here. Right over here.
Yeah.
And then now I realize it probably opens this door.
Okay. So you press the... That's where you are, cable?
Yeah, I'm going to test this door.
All right. You press the button and you don't hear anything, Ellen.
And I try to open this door.
Did you know she pressed the button yet?
Well, we have a
I pressed the button.
Oh, okay, cool. I hit the doorway.
You go to as you go to try the door, you hear a pop behind you. And
I turn around.
This little area right here reveals a little secret compartment.
Ooh. Hey, Captain, I found a secret compartment. And I go look inside.
You go over and open it?
I look inside. Well, wait, you said it popped open.
Yeah, it kind of like popped open. It's not open.
Oh, okay. Then I'm going to stand by it and wait for the captain.
I'm here.
Hey, Captain, that thing popped. I'm going to stand back here with my gun and point it at that.
Okay. Well, I'll I'll open it slowly.
All right. And when you open it, 2 spiders jump out and jump on your face. I'm kidding.
Shoot.
That didn't happen.
I shoot Helen in the face. Oh, sorry.
And I'm dead. Good night.
I would probably miss. Don't worry.
When you open this up, you see a small shaft. And as you look in there, you see something moving. And it slowly gets up, turns around, look at you, and you immediately notice the face.
Imogen.
Hey, who are you?
We got a distress call. I'm Captain Helen Troy of the Halifax. We're with Weyland-Yutani. We came to investigate and see if anyone needed our help.
Where's my daddy?
He's...
Where's Devin?
It's probably something we need to discuss later. There's a lot going on.
Stay away from Devin. Something's happened to him.
No.
He did this.
He did all of this? We met him, and he does not seem like he's in a good way.
Imogen, do you know a way to open this door that leads back to our ship?
No.
Okay.
Imogen, how are you feeling?
I'm scared.
Okay.
I feel hot.
Can we tell looking at her like anything strange physically?
Am I still done doing the door?
Golly.
At this point, no, you're not.
All right, I'm trying to drag Andromeda.
I'm gonna go help you.
I'll go help you get drama. You go.
And I don't think I'm making much progress.
I say, hey, Ward, there's a sick girl. I'll get a drama. Why don't you go check her out?
All right, you can get her yourself?
Yeah, me and the Titanic can get her.
I'll come
All right.
back out.
We'll take off running.
Yeah. We'll slowly drag her this way.
Did this door ever open?
No, that door's still closed. You gotta go all the way around. It's long. There's a long way.
So I run, and I stop because I'm totally out of breath because I'm not used to running. I come up beside Helen.
I'm wondering if somebody should stand guard in case this guy gets through that door somehow, but whatever. I'm gonna just go.
I will say,
Is a cable and
we're dragging. You didn't give us her to drag. We're just pretending we're dragging her.
that's fine. As you are dragging the body or Andromeda, when you turn that corner that you already turned, the door, you see a control panel there that says locked, and another one that says unlocked.
Oh, over here for this door?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Oh, then we unlock it and drag her through the doorway.
Yeah. You unlock that door.
Bring her in here.
all right, I'm gonna tell Imogen, say I'm a medic.
Well, hold up.
Okay.
I think we should probably stop here because this is kind of a.
Yeah.
Yeah, we should probably stop here.
It's 10:45.
I don't want to, but I think we should.
Giant murder float. That's what I'm calling this thing, a murder float. We're in space. We're floating in a murder float.
Worst party barge ever.
Yeah. I left and the worst part is, before I started this, I actually left the hard liquor in the room. I actually put it in locker. I regret that now. It was expensive hard liquor. I'd be very good to go out that way.